Hey, how's it going everyone? This is your boy Chosen and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about Amaterasu or Inferno style, basically the same thing. For those who don't know, Amaterasu or Flame Control is my favorite Naruto jutsu to date. I know, call me weird, there's over hundreds and hundreds of jutsus in the Narutoverse, but personally, I genuinely think Flame Control is not only one of the most OP jutsus, but also one of the most underrated, as in, it's just not talked about enough. For those who've been wanting to watch my discussion videos but can't because of Boruto spoilers, don't worry, this video will not contain any spoilers, so if you're all caught up with Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, you are okay to watch this video. Amaterasu or Inferno Flame Control is an arc of the jutsu that first made its appearance in Naruto episode 85. Jiraiya attempted to trap Itachi and Kisame inside a toad, but failed due to Itachi first using the flames. Now, despite the fact that these were first used in episode 85, it wasn't properly introduced until the infamous Sasuke vs Itachi fight. In this fight, we learned that Amaterasu is basically fire, but on a whole nother level, because they're so hot they literally burn basic fire. How do you burn fire? But yeah, this jutsu is no joke. Another special feat of the Amaterasu is that it cannot be extinguished. Not even water style or ice style jutsus can take this jutsu out. Once it's performed and lands on a target, it will not extinguish no matter what elemental jutsu you throw at it. Another feat of the Amaterasu is its ability to burn for any length of time until the object or user it's burning has completely burned out. So not only is it inextinguishable, it will also not burn out in any circumstance until it has fulfilled its role. So basically, you do not want to get hit with these flames because you will die. Now obviously, like Itachi said, every jutsu has its counters. In this case, for Matarasu, the only way to avoid taking damage from this technique is to rather dodge it, which the 4th Raikage was able to do, but required him to be at top speed. So unless you can move at the speed of lightning, which is the bare minimum, then you're not dodging this jutsu. Another way to avoid this jutsu is by blocking it, which seems like the best option. Naruto in this case used his chakra cloak to block out the flames, and Gaara used his sand. The last way to avoid Amaterasu is to, well, absorb it, as seen by Kaguya. There is another way, but I don't really want to count it because the only people who can perform this technique are those who possess the Rinnegan, and that's through Almighty Push as done by Nagato. But like I said in my 6th path video, it is very rare to come across someone who possesses this eye. So yeah, these are all the ways to counter the Amaterasu, and if almost any ninja who does not possess any of these abilities or feats I just mentioned tries to even fight against Sasuke or Itachi, they're just blatantly stupid. Like, I wouldn't even feel bad if they died. Now with Itachi, he possesses two Mangekyo Sharingan abilities, one being Tsukiyomi and the second being Amaterasu. However, when it comes to Sasuke, he possesses the Amaterasu on his left eye and the Inferno style ability on his right. The thing about Inferno style is that it literally comes from Amaterasu. It's the same flames but different abilities. Amaterasu grants the user the ability to shoot out flames in one direction. Inferno style Flame Control, however, grants Sasuke the ability to freely manipulate and control the black flames to however he wants. That's Sasuke's personal ability. Inferno style helps him overcome the limits of Amaterasu. Now when you combine that with the feats I've already explained about the Amaterasu, it's insane. Like I just said, Sasuke can do anything he wants with the flames. An example of this is his battle against the 4th Raikage. The Raikage was aiming to dropkick Sasuke, but before he could, Sasuke performs flame control and shapes the Matarasu flames into spikes. Now I'm not gonna deny that Sasuke probably would have died from the kick, sure, but that doesn't change the fact that the Raikage would have died too. He literally would have lost his entire lower half had it not been for Gaara. And I don't think any regular ninja is going to be able to live without their lower half. Another impressive feat Sasuke was able to perform with Inferno style is the ability to create a bow and arrow through the power of his Susanoo, then light up the arrow with Amaterasu. So not only are you taking lethal damage from the arrows, which are moving at high speed, your entire body is also burning from the flames themselves. Now this example isn't specifically one used by Inferno style. It was used by just Amaterasu, but regardless, I thought I'd share. Sasuke against his fight with Killer Bee first used Amaterasu as a last second hope. What's crazy about this is if this Sasuke had the same mindset that this Sasuke had, Taka would have successfully completed their mission. And for those who forgot 5 Kage-sama Sasuke, this is the Sasuke that pierced right through Karin in order to get to Danzo. No matter what it took to complete his goal, he was determined to see it through. So if Sasuke didn't save Karin by slicing through one of the 8 tails, Killer Bee would have had no way of escaping and eventually would have passed out, resulting in Sasuke successfully capturing Killer Bee. And before anyone gets upset, yes, I know if this Sasuke and Killer Bee fought one-on-one, Killer Bee would kick his ass with no difficulty. I am not denying that Sasuke would lose, but the thing people are forgetting is that this is basically the Sasuke that fought Itachi, but also weaker. It was already stated that he didn't fully recover in his fight against Itachi. But regardless, even if he was fully recovered before he started using Amaterasu and Flame Control, yes, Killer Bee would kick Sasuke's ass easily. The point I was trying to come across with this fight is that Sasuke technically one-shotted the 8-tailed beast with just Amaterasu. Cause like I said, if this was Bloodlust Sasuke, Killer Bee would have had no way of escaping. And this is Sasuke before Susanoo and Inferno style. So imagine if end of the 5 Kage Summit Sasuke, who didn't overuse his Sharingan, fought toe-to-toe with Killer Bee. What is Killer Bee gonna do to stop the Black Flames? Nothing. He literally cannot do anything. And for those who don't know, there was also another moment when Amaterasu was able to one-shot an enemy, and that was when Itachi used the Black Flames against the Three-Tails Jinchuriki, which immediately took him out. Now of course with great power comes limitations. The limitations of overusing the Mangekyo Sharingan causes the user to go blind, and like I just mentioned at the end of the 5 Kage Summit, that's literally what almost happened to Sasuke. Overuses Mangekyo, which caused him to lose his sighting. Thankfully there is a way to overcome this. Any Uchiha who awakens their Mangekyo is able to basically upgrade it by unlocking the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, which basically allows the user to spam their Mangekyo abilities, as long as they have the chakra for it, without going blind. In Sasuke's case, he acquired the Eternal Mangekyo right after the 5 Kage Summit by replacing his eyes for his older brothers, Itachi. And ever since then, his showings with Inferno style just greatly improved. Sasuke in the Great Ninja War was able to perform an Inferno style sword, Inferno style Susanoo Flame Control, which are the black arrow flames I mentioned earlier, the ability to combine his flames with Naruto's Rasen Shuriken. In his final fight with Naruto, performed the ability to combine his Chidori with the black flames, and against Kaguya in her ice dimension was able to easily demolish one of the ice glaciers she trapped them in, something even Naruto's truth-seeking orbs were struggling to do. I think the craziest Inferno style technique I've seen Sasuke perform, which counts even to this day in Boruto, is Inferno style Flame Lightning, where Sasuke was only able to perform when he acquired the Rinnegan. Sasuke basically performs Universal Pull on all of Naruto's clones, then impales all of them with a barrage of black flames, shaped into spikes. Like, Atsuki aside, there are a very small amount of ninjas that can avoid this technique. Now again, I will be mentioning a Storm 4 feat, and I know some people don't really like it when these are brought up, but realistically, I don't see why Sasuke wouldn't be able to form this ability. Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan Sasuke was able to summon a Susanoo who wields a flame control sword, which is basically a Matarasu shaped into a giant blade. He strikes it down against his target, which then creates an explosion of black flames. If you were to search up overkill in the dictionary, this is easily one of the few examples they would give you because it's just unnecessary. The blade itself would just extinguish you, but no, on top of that, just in case, Sasuke creates a massive explosion of Amaterasu. How do you stop that? How does any regular ninja survive that? They don't. That's the answer. Like, imagine being a water style ninja who's trained so hard his whole life just for Sasuke to wipe out his most powerful jutsu by looking at it. You know how disrespectful that is? There is no element that overcomes Amaterasu. It burns almost every jutsu you throw at it. And it's not even a Rinnegan ability. In my opinion, I'd rather have Inferno style than the Ashura path, Animal path, and the Naraka path. That's half of the 6 total Rinnegan abilities I wouldn't take over Inferno style. And that, ladies and gents, is all for today. If you enjoyed this video, I'd very much appreciate a like. And for more discussion videos, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well. This has been your boy Chosen, and I'll catch you on the next one.